Hello and welcome back to the Ottr Culture Podcast. As you can see, Max is on the camera there. If you're listening to this on the streaming platform, please leave us a review. It helps out a lot. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribed and comment, all that good stuff. It's a good episode this week. We speak about how we've all invested in an Xbox and we're all playing GTA and all that good stuff. But yes, enjoy the episode.
Yes, we're back, everyone. We're in the room. Well, the three of us are in this room, aren't we, Ben?
Yep. Hiya.
Joss is in the other room. Joss, say hi.
Hi, yeah.
How are you doing, Joss?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Not bad, thanks. Not bad. Ben,
Good lad.
you good?
Yep.
Cool. Max?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice glasses.
Oh, energy.
Thanks. These glasses are brought to you by Lacework. Not a client of ours, but a client of a client's. Are you all right there, mate?
Ben,
Yeah.
that sounds really nice.
Sorry, I went to lower the microphone. I've absolutely scratched the shit out of my phone.
How'd you do that?
Don't know.
For someone who takes care of their stuff so well.
Yeah, it's because
What's happened?
Joss
That was passive, wasn't it?
Joss inspired me to take my case off.
Joss inspired you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, he did it before.
Every time I
Pretty
see-
sure I took it off first.
every time I see Joss without a case on, it makes me want to take my case off. And then Joss puts his on, so I put my. I'm basically I'm a follower of Joss.
So are you saying that you were the one who had your case off first?
Pretty sure I was.
It's
But
definitely Max.
No case. Oh, was Max first?
I don't know, but that's irrelevant because the point is that my phone's now scratched, so it's a bad day. Anyway, back to the podcast. How are you doing, mate?
Wow, thanks.
That's all right.
Yeah, very good actually, thanks. Not much has been going on in my life actually recently. Just been a bit quiet. Been
Why's
playing
that?
the Xbox actually. We all bought Xboxes. We didn't really talk about this
No, we
last
didn't address it.
podcast, but I think we should probably talk about it this time. Ben, tell us about that.
Max had an Xbox since before he worked here. I decided to get one because Max told me about Game Pass where you can get unlimited games for like £10 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You, Dan, are an impulsive buyer, and Hannah was
Yes.
going away on holiday for 2 weeks, so you thought, fuck it, I'll buy an Xbox, even though you've just sold your Switch for the same reason of not using it too much.
I did.
However, that's irrelevant
It is.
because that's not going to happen again, Dan, is
It's
it?
not.
And then Joss was basically peer pressured into buying one so he could play GTA with us.
Yeah, pretty much. Up until the week of all of this happening, I was set on getting a PS5 at some point in the future, and then Dan gets an Xbox as well, and then it's, well, I don't have any choice because all my mates are on Xbox.
Ever since Joss bought an Xbox, it seems that Joss isn't the one playing the Xbox at home. Someone else is playing it.
Yeah, Charlotte is a big fan of the Xbox, and I bought it, and I was like, you know, it's for both of us. You play it whenever you want, and she fucking has taken that very literally, and she's playing it whenever she wants. Fair play.
Come on.
And you're never on to play the boys now. You've literally bought a console for the boys for her.
What do you do? You just sit there beside her watching her play. Who bought this?
I'm
Oh,
not
can I
having that.
return?
I was on Saturday night, and
many games on your phone?
Ben was like, "Oh no, it's a family night. We're playing family games with the family."
To be
And it's
fair,
like,
you did
come on,
say
mate.
that.
Come on, GTA.
That was Sunday.
Sunday, sorry.
After Saturday, was a pre-planned GTA night,
And then
which you didn't turn up for because you had what, Joss?
I had a shoot actually. Thank you.
Right.
On a weekend.
What?
Yeah.
But did you turn up to the Saturday game?
I logged on, and then it was just you on. And I thought, I'm not playing with just Dan. That'd be weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was really upsetting.
Max didn't come on either, though, did he?
No.
He fell asleep.
You fell asleep for 4
well,
hours.
yeah, I fell
Sleepy
asleep.
boy.
That's
What I'm trying to say is you can't rely on anyone in this room or
No.
that room.
yeah.
Mate, as soon as I clock off on a Friday, I'm unreliable.
Mac, you're pretty much AFK when you're at home.
Yeah.
When you're out of this office, it's quite hard to get hold of you.
Is it?
Yeah, I think out of the four of us, three of you, you'd be the last person I'd call if I was in a dying situation.
Thanks,
Yeah.
mate.
Because you never pick up your phone.
No.
You never reply instantly as quick as
Well,
these
to the
boys.
group chat.
Yeah, but I guess you've got a lot of,
That's
I
because
don't
you guys just waffle.
Wow. It's all coming out.
No, I'm joking.
Not that I
you
expect
are
you
right.
to answer instantly, but it's good.
Mate, if you called me up and you said you were dying, I would definitely come save you.
Would you?
Yeah, I just probably wouldn't pick up.
What would you think if it... No, let's not go down that route.
If I had to contact you, Max, for some reason, I would tweet Karis. And
Yeah.
I feel that would get to you quicker.
Yeah, they probably would, to be fair. Mate, if it was a weekend and you called me up, I'd shit my pants.
Don't come in Monday.
You had a pretty mad weekend.
Yeah, to be fair, I actually did.
Let's talk about that.
Saturday, I went to a event at Jaguar Land Rover headquarters with my friend who is a design engineer at JLR, and he took me around the building and we saw loads of Jaguars and Land Rovers getting built and like all the testing components, loads of different things, and I may or may not have been shooting some things that you may or may not see in a certain piece of media that comes from Ottr later in the year.
Nice. Whereabouts is that Jaguar Land Rover?
It's near Coventry, Leamington Spa.
There's quite a few garages across the country.
Big up Leamington Spa.
Yeah, but the main
Big up.
HQ.
You didn't say that. For the listeners out there down in the HQ in Leamington.
Where was Max? That's what I mean.
Calm down.
I'm
To be
calm.
specific, it's in Gaydon.
Dickhead.
You're what?
God. Can that go in?
That's,
don't know.
That's a classic. Yeah, I guess it can. That's a bit of like year 7 banter.
That's a
Right
bit of
there.
a wee.
Wee.
Yeah.
Yes, it's in Gaydon. And it was really good. And then Sunday, it was the F1. So it was a big day.
Big day.
Big day.
Amazing car-filled weekend.
Yeah, lovely. And I went to Uniqlo on Sunday morning.
Just on your own?
No, with Karis. Went into Uniqlo just to get some bits, ended up with more bits, and then came
Wow.
home.
Did Karis buy anything?
Yeah,
Who spent more?
Karis.
How
Classic.
How much more did she spend than you in terms of a multiplier? Double?
Nah, she spent like 10 or 20 quid more than I did.
We should collate everyone's Uniqlo receipts from this year. I'd like to see how much the Ottr families have put through their
I
accounts.
spent 45. Ottr spent 200.
I spent like 60 quid.
Oh, well,
Sunday.
that's not too much then.
That's 300. You spent 0.
This year.
I
Ben,
spent,
what
I spent
t-shirt?
15.
Mate, I've
You
spent...
spent 15 quid?
Yeah. Just,
Wow.
oh, no,
Did
sorry.
Uniqlo exist
30.
before 1 month ago?
Mate, I
If
was,
I
I
learn
was in
about-
Uniqlo like last year.
If I learn about things, I just assume they were invented on that moment.
Yeah.
So Uniqlo
Like
is-
your Dickies trousers.
Yes,
How about
Wow.
you taking your phone case off?
that is what happened, Joss.
Yeah, do you remember that time that Josh took his phone case off and you followed?
And then claimed it was you that did
Yeah.
it first.
It was, I'm pretty sure it was Max who did it first.
Max literally said 5 seconds ago that he followed you.
Yeah, but I followed Max because Max used to do it, and then I was like, oh, I quite like that.
This is hard.
It's
This
irrelevant.
This is,
Look, we're all pretty. That's all that matters.
But I'm the prettiest.
Talking about Leamington Spa and other villages around it, you know Milton Keynes?
Yeah.
What comes to mind when I say Milton Keynes?
Too many roundabouts.
Too many roundabouts. Do you know how many roundabouts there are in Milton Keynes?
No.
130.
I thought it had loads of straight roads.
It's
does.
got because straight roads to a roundabout,
Roundabout City,
Right.
mate.
then another straight road to another roundabout. Anything else that comes to mind?
Isn't like McLaren based there or Mercedes or something?
Yeah, I
Red
think
Bull.
Oh, Red Bull, sorry.
Red Bull.
Also has the UK's biggest spa next to it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Centre Parks.
Anything else?
I just see loads of TikToks about it being the first place to get nuked. If the UK got nuked. Or
It's-
people
it's
wanting
actually-
it to be the first
It was
place to
only
get
created in 1967, which isn't that old, is it?
No.
And also that WD-40 is made in Milton Keynes.
nuked.
course
You're
it is.
lying.
And only
Of
4
course it
people
is.
know the recipe for WD-40.
All of WD-40 is
It's made in Milton Keynes.
Who are those 4
They got-
people?
No one knows.
They got the secret
They
sauce.
just go
in there.
around with the sauce, yeah. But the reason why I ask you this is because
There's no squeaks there.
there's a planetary rover that's destined for missions on the moon or Mars, and it's being tested in Milton Keynes.
Let's go.
Big up. Shout out to Milton Keynes.
That's such a privilege.
I've always viewed Milton Keynes and High Wycombe as the same place.
Yeah.
Do with that what you want.
Is High Wycombe near Milton Keynes?
No.
Are we talking?
It's not
like,
far from it,
close?
is it?
It's near.
High
no,
Wycombe's on the way into London, isn't it?
Wycombe is near. It's in Bucks. So
Bucks.
it's in Bucks, Buckinghamshire. So
Alexa.
It's near Reading-ish. It's like Reading, Henley, Marlow, Wycombe.
Wow. But we divert away from my original point of there's a Mars rover being tested in a quarry in Milton Keynes.
Mate, there's a lot going on in Milton Keynes. My friend who works in motorsport is building stuff in near Milton Keynes.
What's he building there?
Oh,
Just stuff.
Just stuff. It's cars and things.
Wow.
And then I did a shoot with a guy who works for a motorcycle company, and they build motorbikes, and their head office is in Milton Keynes because there's lots of straight roads.
Do you know Milton Keynes has a brother? Ashton.
Ashton Keynes. It's spelt the exact same way.
I believe so.
Keynes and Keynes. But we say Milton Keynes and we say Ashton Keynes.
We do.
What's your favourite thing about Milton Keynes
What
other than
the
WD-40?
The roundabouts.
There's nothing that I like about this place.
We did go there once. I'm pretty sure we
Been a
we
few
went to a
times.
Greek restaurant there.
We did.
You remember that?
When I was vegetarian keto.
Yeah. And
And
what
all
did you eat?
All I could eat was halloumi.
And you had like loads of starters of halloumi.
Yeah.
4 starters of halloumi.
Nice.
And the waitress was like, I don't care what you are, just order what you want. And I was like, okay.
Did she say that?
I was like, do you have anything ketogenic and vegetarian? She's
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm like levels above a vegan at this point in complications. And she just says, I don't know.
Did she say, I don't care what you are, just order?
Something like that. She was a bit shitty with me, but I didn't care because
Wow.
I knew I was about to eat halloumi and Dan wasn't.
Mate, 4 halloumi starters. That must have been heaven. That must have been
pretty
good.
It was good to look at.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than watching Ben just chew through halloumi.
Mate, I bet your house stank after that.
No, we went back to a hotel room, didn't we? You were on Airbnb.
Why were we in Milton Keynes?
We were filming.
Is it
Disneyland.
NT shoot, I think.
NT's, yeah.
Disneyland.
National
Milton
Trust.
Keynes.
Do you reckon they'd ever put... Where do you reckon if they was to put a Disneyland in the UK, where would it go?
Have to go like right on the
Bromley.
outskirts of London.
There was talks about it.
Where would
a
it
few
go, though?
years ago.
It'd have to be somewhere quite fantastical.
I think it was outskirts of London.
Like Milton Keynes.
They also looked at like around Brum as well, I think. But
Brum.
it just didn't work. Yeah.
Birmingham.
Manor.
Imagine, mate, can you imagine, right?
Imagine.
Picture this.
How do you spell that? Imagine.
IMAGINE. Can you spell dad? Anyway, imagine this. Imagine cruising this. You're an 8-year-old boy. You were born and raised in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and you think, Dad, take me to Disneyland. I really want to go to Disneyland Paris, right? I really want to go and see Mickey Mouse. And your dad says, "Okay, son, I'm going to take you," and he takes you to Disneyland Birmingham. The disappointment, you know.
He's only ever seen Florida and the odd Paris, but mainly Florida.
You just know Disneyland Birmingham gets about 90 foot of rainfall a week. It'd just be always grey.
You just imagine like
It'd be on an industrial estate.
Imagine like LA kids being like, "Oh, yeah, my parents are taking me to Europe. We're going to Disneyland." They're like, "No, where are you going to Paris?" They're like, "No, we're going to Birmingham." Disneyland Birmingham.
I saw this video yesterday about a guy who's from the US, and he was like a tour guide over here, and he said that anyone who's coming from America to Europe has to train how to walk. And he was like, when you come over here, you need to make sure that you train how to walk because, you know, there's public transport here, but there's not enough. So you need to learn how to walk again because apparently over in the US, they just get transport everywhere.
Yeah, it's built differently in the States, isn't it? Everything's so big.
Yeah.
Whereas over here, we have like cities and cathedrals and there's no roads. There's just
Footpaths.
courtyards and footpaths. Yeah, so you have to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you reckon the Americans are like concerned at the size of our footpaths, like how narrow they are? Because they are unbelievably narrow in comparison to American sidewalks.
I haven't been to America.
Yeah, you're going to have to tell us how big is a sidewalk in America?
I just remember New York was like, the pavements there are wide, like really wide. Like
Wide
imagine
road
like walking down a road. Have you ever been walking down one of those roads in London? You're just like, this is a big pavement. Like this is really wide. This is nice.
Yeah.
I feel free.
No,
That's what it's like in New York.
I never really appreciate a good pavement when I'm on it.
same.
We should start doing that more.
Maybe
that's a
it's
small
just
win. Tell Carol that.
maybe it's my brain.
Small win. It is. That's PMA.
Thank you.
Go on.
Do you ever think about small wins in a day? You know, your mum was telling us about this.
Was she?
Yeah, she was like, I think it's part of her flight preparation. She was saying about her therapist told her to write down 5 small wins every day.
That's nice.
And apparently she gets more than that. And then sometimes she gets
She's a
5.
Lawton, of course she does.
She gets to 5 and she's like, I need 10.
Yeah.
She does 10. She does 15.
That's the Lawton mindset.
What's the
right there.
small
It's
win?
never enough.
Yeah, what's classified as a small win in your mind, do you think?
I'll tell you a small win. You got to make coffees, and there's full water and no caffeine things in the thing, so you can go start making coffee straight away.
That is a fucking good win, that.
It's a good small win.
Yeah. Waking up before your alarm?
Waking up for your alarm, hitting green lights,
What about when I come into the office and Joss offers a milky coffee?
small win.
That's a big win.
That's a big
Small
win.
win, yeah.
Thank you.
Takeout days.
Oh, Phil's Friday. Every
Phil's
time
Friday.
Friday comes around, that's a small win.
Logging onto
Very
Xbox and all the boys are online,
Oh,
apart from
go.
Joss.
Cool.
nah, that's a myth.
You drop your phone on the floor, but it doesn't crack.
That's
Small
that's
win.
Small win.
Anyone at home, if you have a small win, let us know. Joss, small wins in your eyes?
Joss.
Small wins.
You've heard loads, so shouldn't be too hard.
you get home and Charlotte's not on the Xbox.
Whee! Big
Sorry.
win. You actually want one. Small win. I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
Joss gets a small win straight away.
Hey, big win.
No.
No, okay.
That's
Got
a
that
hard
one.
one.
No emails in your inbox?
nah.
What's
small
an
win for
inbox?
that. That's a big loss.
Client signs off a film first go.
Oh.
You find music for the film you want to make very quickly.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds
That's a huge win.
That's a massive one.
Yeah, these are too big. We need smaller wins, subtle wins. Hitting green lights is a subtle win, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Small
like
win.
the coffee machine one. That's a really, really good one.
Yeah, niche.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's all right.
You get through an entire Premiere edit without it crashing.
The NAS doesn't go down.
Every time you order on Amazon Prime, that's a small win. I think next day.
I agree.
Cheers, Jeff.
Cheers, Jeff.
If you could meet Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, who would it be?
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
I would have said Musk up till yesterday.
Have you seen much about this robot of his?
Yes.
What is that?
Could you tell
Is
me?
it just a robot?
Do you know much about it?
Not really, just a robot, Joss.
It's going to start shipping in 2024. That you can buy it as like an assistant for your home, as far as I'm aware.
What?
Yeah.
How big is it? Is it like a human size?
It's human size.
6 foot,
Yeah.
It will just cruise about your house.
It's average size.
Or like picking shit up and stuff.
That's the idea. It's like
Does it do stuff
it's
then?
just going to like be your
Domesticated.
assistant. Yeah, it's going to like, I don't know, clean, cook, do shit for you.
It will cook for
No
you.
way will it shit.
I think
will it be
that's
able to
kind
do
of the
that?
end goal that they want it to be able
It's
to do
going to
that
kill
stuff.
people.
Do
It's
you know what it's called? Optimus.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Optimus robot.
After Prime.
You could have been a bit more imaginative though.
It's Musk, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Do you reckon they'll do a brand deal with KSI and Logan Paul?
Nice.
Go home, mate.
Is it going to be like the Spot robot, where it's like you buy it as a package and then you put stuff on top of it? So, like companies will buy a Boston Dynamics Spot robot,
Oh, and
and then they'll put their tech on top of it.
no, as far as I'm aware, again, I don't know too much about. From what I've seen, the idea is that it will ship, and then you have it in your home, and that's it. And it's then your like home assistant. It's like one step further than Alexa because it can physically do stuff for you.
That's mad.
Tourism has opened up in Japan.
Speaking of Japan, F1's there this weekend.
It is.
Max?
Hamilton.
Josh, do you want to say the line as well, just so we get everyone doing it?
Speaking of Japan, F1's there this weekend.
Nice.
Japan's opened
Speaking
up
of
this
Japan,
year. Oh.
Japan's actually opened up, and tourism's open up, and the F1's there this weekend.
Boom.
Speaking of opening up, how are your feelings, Max?
Open. Thanks.
Back to you in the studio.
The F1 is there this weekend.
Oh,
Flying
yes.
a very, very, very long way away. It's going to be streaming at 6 a.m.
Wow.
Oh,
6 a.m.
Sunday
Who
morning.
is up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning? Sunday morning.
we're gonna be. That's who.
I don't even know if I will be.
Sorry, as someone
Nah,
who
probably
doesn't
not.
follow the F1, do they race every weekend?
No.
Nah.
Seems like they do at the moment.
They usually do a few weeks on, a few weeks off.
It's quite a busy few weeks because it ends towards the end of next month, so they've still got to get in like 6 other races, I think.
Who's
5 or
going to win?
6. Verstappen, most likely.
Up the Haas.
Where were they this weekend just gone? Was it Saudi Arabia?
No, they were in Singapore.
Singapore.
Okay, so it's not too bad of a flight from there to Japan.
How do they transport the cars around? Is it via plane? Plane.
I believe so.
Wow.
Because they have to turn it like the rate that they move kit is a joke.
They are in and out of those tracks so quickly.
They
Mate.
take their entire garage.
Can you imagine being a car that flies?
That's what
Amazing.
happens. Verstappen actually flies
you
the
imagine?
F1 car to the next track.
Do you know what they should do one day? They should drive from like Shanghai to Japan on an F1 car
I don't think they'd make it.
and get the ferry.
They have
Imagine
to
that.
stop so many times.
Imagine
don't they?
being on the J12 on Tokyo.
That'd
that's,
be cool.
That's what I imagine they call the motorways there with a J for Japan. So we call it M for England.
God.
What are Japanese motorways called, Dan? You've been to Japan.
I don't know.
You never go on one?
I did, yeah, but I didn't drive. Went on them. Went on the train.
Are their motorways really nice? Does everyone just like? Does it, you know how like AI cars drive, where like you have like cars that do that and they like perfectly pass each other at the right? Is Japan like that? It's so synchronized because their trains are like that, aren't they?
Yeah, I can't really remember.
What can you remember, mate? You're fucking pointless at this.
I don't
Sorry,
know, I'm sorry.
Did you
know?
know that an F1 car idles at 5,000 RPM?
Jeez.
My car doesn't even rev that high.
For those that don't know cars, your regular car will probably idle at around 1,000 RPM to like 1,200.
So it just sounds really noisy.
It just like if you were to sit in it and just sit in it and do nothing, the RPM would be at 5,000. So imagine your car needle at 5,000. That's what an F1 car just sits at.
Wow. What would you say your RPM is?
As a human.
Yeah. We're all running at different RPMs.
Ben's redlining constantly.
It feels that way.
So?
It feels that way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you all right, Ben?
You know what I didn't
How are your
realise?
feelings?
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm
sorry,
open.
Josh.
no,
go.
sorry, go on.
Josh, go.
I was going to say what I didn't realise about the F1, which is silly, I didn't realise before. The speed that they hit those corners at, especially on the Singapore track, which is a very like pretty tight street circuit, they're hitting tight corners at like 80 miles an hour. You can't even fathom
It's silly.
that speed that they're cornering.
the safety car when it comes out is going flat out.
That's mad, isn't it?
Like that's an AMG GTS or GTR Black Series, like the big, like the beefy one, and that's driving as fast as it can.
He's sending it.
Does it look slow?
It looks unbelievably slow. Like when the safety car comes out, the whole pace drops. Like all the cars will just catch the safety
And
car.
that
like,
car's
so
rapid.
quick. And that car is not slow.
I'd love to see it live.
Is it always that Mercedes that does it?
It used to be Aston Martin's. I think it might depend on the track. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, hasn't it been an Aston Martin at some point?
It
this
was
year?
a V8 Vantage.
Will E1 take over F1?
Elon.
E1.
Aren't
1E?
Oh, Formula E.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Isn't F1 trying to become like carbon negative or something? Is that right, Justin? I see signs for it when they race. It's like carbon negative by 2025 or some shit.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe.
calling big doubt on that.
It'll all be through offsets.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Do they race at all in Switzerland?
That's a question for Max. Max
I
knows
don't
F1
think
better than us.
so.
Well, talking about Switzerland, Lindt,
Chocolate.
Lindt chocolate, have taken Lidl to court because Lidl have reproduced the infamous Lindt bunny, and Lindt won. And now Lidl have to melt all of their Lindt bunny chocolates.
They have to melt them.
Yeah,
That's what they said.
yeah.
They can't just throw them in the trash.
Lidl has been ordered to destroy its chocolate bunnies after it lost a court battle with Lindt. It ordered all the imitation bunnies be destroyed, but suggested the chocolate needn't be wasted and could be melted for use in other products.
Oh.
That's cute.
That's nice. Or just let us have bunnies.
What do you reckon? What's your feelings on Lindt bunnies?
Got to protect the brand.
How do you trademark a chocolate animal?
Thank God for the halo.
Lindt is the goat chocolate, surely.
I wouldn't say it's a goat, no.
Really?
I'd say it's top 3.
What's goat?
It's got to be dairy milk.
Serious?
It's just consistently good.
There's
So
no luxury
attainable as
there,
well.
though.
It's obtainable. It's the best. It's fairly priced. Lindt's overpriced. Lindt is very, very
Forget
good.
about price.
Forget about price.
We're talking.
We're living in a cost of living crisis.
Sorry.
To be fair,
I was being too stoic again.
I'm kidding.
at Christmas, if you like open your stocking, you see a Lindt bunny, you know, like it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Nah,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nah, mate.
If I open my stocking and I see a dairy milk in there, then it's a bad day.
I'm like,
Mate.
where's the effort?
The one that used to get me on Christmas Day is you can only buy it at Christmas time, and it was you probably got this Josh,
Cream
as
egg.
well. Nah,
Go
Dan.
on.
You used to get the big tray of, and it was every single dairy milk bar in there. So it had like flake, it had like the normal fruit and nut, ripple
Selection box.
selection box, yeah, and you could only get it at Christmas time, and that was the best one. If you got Lindt, your parents were just trying to be Tory when they weren't.
I got bunnies. I got a bunny.
You got bunnies.
No, not bunnies. That's a lie. That's fake flex. I got a bunny, and it was only the little bunny, but they are banging.
What would you say is the best chocolate then? You think it's Lindt, really?
Yeah, mate. The Lindt balls, the red ones.
Oh my god,
They are phenomenal.
Fuck.
They are phenomenal.
Tell me, when you bite into a Lindt ball, you just get a reaction that naturally comes out of you.
I
of
don't
just
bite into
pure
it.
greatness.
As a man who rushes into things head first, Lindt balls are one of the few things that I don't rush. I let it melt.
It's
I
like
don't
the
bite.
planets aligning.
But with a Cadbury's chocolate bar, when you bite into it, you're like, it's just another chocolate bar.
It's not.
I've had this many times
No,
before.
mate. Just another chocolate bar is the chocolate that people used to sell you at school for 25p.
The German
or
ones.
like the shitty chocolate you used to get when you go trick or treating.
Like a small lunch pack 12.
Yeah.
That's just another chocolate.
Dairy milk is arguably the best chocolate maker in the world, and I stand by that. And
Whole
I've met
nut.
Mr. Milk.
Whole nut is the
Whole
one.
nut is goated as well. Yeah, Mum loves dairy nut. Dairy nut, goated.
Does she?
Dairy milk.
Oh, okay.
Dairy milk, dairy goat.
Josh, what's your favourite chocolate?
My favourite chocolate, mate. I used to love a Toblerone
wow.
I forgot about
or a Terry's chocolate orange.
Oh,
I had one of them last
Absolute
night.
Sucker for them,
Josh,
mate.
you can come to my house anytime, mate.
Thank you,
That-
mate.
Now that is taste.
Yeah, thank you.
There's a lot of things I like about you, Josh, but that's a new high for our friendship.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
let's go.
You've named 2 chocolate bars that I completely forgot about. Terry's chocolate orange is probably the best chocolate on the planet.
Yeah.
Standing by it.
Wow.
If you
Here we go.
if you were to give me gold or Terry's chocolate orange, I think
You're
I
insane.
would have to contemplate it.
Would you rather 10 kilograms of Terry's chocolate orange or 10 kilograms of gold or 10 kilograms of lead
Lead.
No.
or 10 kilograms of bitcoins?
That'd be so hard to eat.
You sell it, mate.
chocolate orange. Chocolate orange for me, A, it reminds me of Christmas. B, it's fucking amazing. And C, it's a chocolate that me and my dad both love together. So it's like a nostalgic kind of mix of this heavenly brown gold that I think is the reason that we're still alive today.
If there's people out there who are having a bit of Terry chocolate orange and then putting some away for later, what is wrong with you?
Mate, the willpower on these people.
Grow up.
Have you had the packs of Terry chocolate orange, thanks Stella, where you get different flavours in individual
The white
segments?
ones.
Nah. Cheers, Stella.
Shut up, dog.
The white ones, mate, will send you to the moon and back. I shit you not. If I had to do a 10-year stretch in prison, just send me Terry chocolate oranges. I'll get through it, no problem at all.
I wouldn't. I would send you the packs empty to make it worse for you.
You wouldn't, because you'd be the reason I'm in prison, mate, because I've killed you. Wow. For threatening that. Max,
I'll come
get the
back.
knife.
If I was a wizard and I granted you one vegan-free day and you can't have anything, you can't have a kebab,
Fuck's sake. What's the point?
what would you have?
I don't want to come back.
Come back.
Non-vegan.
What have you got?
I'll have a chicken kebab.
Can't have a kebab. Any kind of kebab, you can't have it.
Is it a main course or is it anything?
Is it chocolate?
Yeah.
What?
Or not chocolate, just anything. There's not a kebab. And if you
Um,
say something vegan, I'm going to be pissed off.
Nah.
Probably
Bun that.
like pastries and donuts and just stuff like that.
I would have
mate.
the fattest beef burger with cheese and halloumi slices on top.
What about Pippins?
Would it be like a...
Fuck Pippins.
Would it be like
They've
a-
done nothing for me. Sorry, Ben. 2 seconds.
It's true.
Pippins, I'm coming for you. Pippins, you've lied to us for at least 3 years, saying that you're going to one day bring a vegan donut to the market, but you've not done it. What the fuck?
You're a liar.
Sorry, we could cut that if you want, but I feel passionately about that.
No,
because
we keep
when
that in.
companies lie to us, I can't handle it anymore.
And there is evidence on the Instagram page of me literally asking for you via public comments and private DMs,
Yeah.
when's it coming out? And they said multiple times within a few weeks. And that was, kids, before COVID.
And Pippins are like the greatest donut makers.
Easily.
They have the resource to do it.
They've got the juice.
I don't know if they've got the resource. You never. They might be struggling. And then I'll feel like. So yeah, Max, it would be a massive beef burger with a brioche bun, halloumi, burger sauce, mayonnaise, ketchup.
Oh, wow.
Are you going to get like the Hall and Woodhouse kind of esque burger or a Big Mac? Are you going for like
No,
pub
I'm
grub?
going to go for like a bougie burger restaurant one.
GBK or
where
something?
like burger and chips are bought separately.
Yeah.
The burger is going to be over £10 worth.
If I'm
Overpriced.
If it's on the menu at £9, I'm not getting it.
Yeah. You're
It's
getting a
gotta be over
£17
10.
burger.
Yeah.
If I'm going
Don't
for a
care.
burger, I'm going for like a Five Guys, just like greasy, sloppy, like 4 patties, bacon. I don't even like bacon that much.
Quad
yeah.
patty.
Put it in there, just all of it, mate.
4 patties, Josh. 4 patties.
I don't
That's
even-
insane.
I don't even miss meat that much, but I'll do it.
I once did
I'll do it.
32 ounces big, right?
If you like.
It's a
It's
half.
average.
Average size.
I once did a burger challenge where I used to play ice hockey, and it was a 32-ounce burger. I think it's 2.5 pounds or some shit like
The
that.
size of a dinner plate, wasn't it?
It was ridiculously big, and this was pre-veganism, obviously. And I had to eat it, and I did eat it. It had
whole
tomatoes
thing?
on. Yeah, mate. It came with chips, onion rings, and a massive burger. No lie, the bun was like this big.
Oh, my God.
And it was terrible. 5 minutes later, I did go outside and I was sick. Puked it all back up in the car
that's
park.
gross.
But I did get a free T-shirt out of it.
Let's go.
How much did you pay for the burger?
Mugs.
50 quid.
20 quid.
Actually,
Yeah, I still had to pay.
what was the burger like?
Terrible.
Was it nice?
It was in like a really kind of greasy pub. A bit like the one like down the road.
Have you ever heard of Seven Bone?
No.
Have you been to Seven Bone, Ben?
No.
Oh my God. They do like proper, like sloppy American style burgers, and they do these things called loaded fries, and they're like fries with like melted cheese, bacon, sauce, with then like more bits of bacon like sprinkled on top. Fucking unbelievable.
Wow.
So good. Loaded fries with bacon on top. Would recommend for non-vegans.
What would you say has been the best burger meal or like a fast food meal you've ever had? Any standouts?
Oh, we used to go swimming as a family, and then we used to go Mackey's after, and I used to get a hamburger meal. And I used to sit in the back of the Renault Espace by myself, because the rest of the family were in the front of the car. And I was...
What, the front
All of
seats?
them in the front 2 seats.
No,
Squashed on the dashboard. Just Timmy stuck on the dash.
Renault Espace is a three-tier car.
Free tier.
Three tier.
So it's like
Like
front,
a triple decker.
so it's like front, middle.
Oh right.
There's three cabs.
We went up.
Cabs.
Don't know how I can explain this any
Free
better.
rows.
You guys are just laughing over my childhood.
Sorry.
It's all right.
The Espas is a great car.
You said 3-tier car, and
As
I pictured the rest of your family on the ground floor and you 2 floors up.
Imagine that. Imagine if they made cars in tiers like that with stairs. It'd be amazing.
So there was how many of you in the car then? So can we talk about the seating arrangements in your family car as a child? Were you always in the back?
So basically, how they did it was they had the front 2 were mum and dad, and then the middle 3 was Tim, Robert, and then Louise was in a booster seat because I was so young at the time. It all changed as we got older, and then I'd be in the back right. That's my favourite seat. But I used to like it because I had a nice window.
Were you the youngest?
No, but Louise was in a booster seat, and
Right.
that wouldn't fit in the back of the car, so she had to go in the middle. And then those 2 seats, I wasn't going to beat my brothers into getting those seats because they were 4 and 8 years older than me.
The hierarchy of the car was always you were in the back.
Yeah. And then eventually we removed the middle seat, and then it was just 2, 2, 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
See,
Limo.
I
And
used
it's like
to
a hallway.
Ooh.
I used to have friends that would have like 7-seater cars, and I remember anytime I'd go to their house, it would instantly be, "Can we sit in the boot? Can we please sit in the boot?" Because oh my god, that would be amazing if we could.
Yeah, the boot's cool, but it gets once you have it, it's one of those things because you don't have it, you think it's the coolest thing, but once eventually it's kind of long.
You just realise it's really cramped.
Because you also get in and out the car the last.
That's like,
And there are-
Unless they open the boot and then you get out the boot.
Yeah, but
That's pretty cool.
everyone gets out and then they're like, oh shit, the boot, because no one ever remembers to open the boot.
So you were always forgot at, like family stuff. They were like, oh shit.
I remember
Ben's still
I
in the
remember
boot.
I remember one time we came home on like a summer's day, and my mum, like an hour later, my mum was like, "Oh, where's Louise?" And then we went out into the Espas, and my dad had left her in there for like an hour and a half in the heat.
Wow.
It wasn't like dying heat, and
She's still alive, so.
yeah, she's fine now ish.
Do you? My friend's stepdad had a Volvo, and it would have the back seats that you would look out of the back window. The back.
what?
So you'd sit in the boot, and it was
Right.
really weird because your legs were like flat. Sorry about the break there. Amazon Jeffrey Bezos came and delivered some packages to our doors. Stella went crazy. We had to go and pick it up, etc., etc.
Jeffrey!
Did you know that recently there was a fishing tournament and there was a few cheats within
I
the
saw
fishing
this.
tournament?
Cheats.
There was a few guys who got caught out.
What are they doing?
They got hook, line, and sinkered. Their name was Jacob Runyon and Chase Komninsk. Do you know what they did?
Tell me.
Could you guess what they did?
I don't know what they score it on.
So I guess it's on the weight of the fish. They got found out after putting lead inside the fish
Wow.
to weigh the fish down, because
Really?
obviously the heavier the fish, the more money you get.
Yeah.
The prize money for the actual competition was $30,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and they got caught out after a weighing in the show tournament. Director Jason Fisher caught up. That's ironic, isn't it? His name's Fisher. Opens up a catch before shouting, "We got weights in the fish." There was weights inside the fish.
Wow.
They put lead weights inside the fish. Have you
Wow.
actually doing that?
I guess they really took the bait.
Wow.
Come on.
It all seemed a bit fishy from the off.
I've got nothing.
Reel it in, mate.
It should have been what they should. Do you know what they should have done? They should have got the scales out.
Oh.
Yay. Go on, Max.
I've got nothing. I'm not quick enough for that. I don't do freestyles. Joss?
I haven't got anything either.
Nice.
Never do.
But that made me think. Do you know of any other sporting competitions or things like that have people have been caught out? People have been caught cheating.
Chess. There's big chess.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, was that recently?
Yeah.
What can you explain that?
The best chess player in the world, Magnus something from Norway.
Fuck knows.
Sorry, dog interrupted again. He lost on an online tournament to a very new player who's about 17 years old, and then, which is really weird. It's like Ronaldo losing to a 17-year-old at football. Like, it's just that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he then tweeted that. He then tweeted saying he's bowing at the tournament, and then he posted a video of Jose Mourinho saying, "I can't say anything or I'll get in trouble." And everyone was a bit like, that's cryptic and weird. Long story short, the 17-year-old's been accused of cheating, but the Chess Federation are refusing to do anything about it.
So that's bad.
That's still going on.
And
yeah.
he's like the king of chess.
the king, mate. Like,
And even if he's not happy, and
Yeah.
they're doing nothing about it.
yeah, I mean, he brings a lot of fans into the sport. It's literally like Hamilton versus like a complete
Yeah.
rookie.
Why the Federation refusing to do anything?
Because I don't think they want to go into the idea that there is cheating in chess when there is.
They don't want the smoke.
Because it doesn't matter how good Magnus is, you can't beat AI. Like, the best AI in the world is unbeatable. So they reckon that the 17-year-old used AI against Magnus, and that's how they beat him.
That's surprising.
That is mad.
And AI can literally predict what round in chess they'll beat someone accurately at the start of the game. And that's that. That's how far forward they can think.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Any other times that someone's cheated in sport from memory? Or
Russia.
maybe from your childhood?
Russia in any Olympic sport.
True. Sochi.
True. Who was the cyclist?
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong, doping, wasn't he?
PEDs. Wouldn't it be interesting? I think we spoke about it before, but doing a full Olympics or full like sport with people on steroids.
I
love
saw
to see
this.
that.
I saw this online, and turns out there is one.
Is there?
Yeah, the Olympics. Apparently, someone literally asked that question, and the guy on the YouTube video was like,
They're doping.
The Olympics.
They've got to be doping. 100%. They're just doing it with drugs that don't get scanned. Same as UFC.
Have you seen the documentary about designer drugs?
No.
So you can go to certain people, and they will develop drugs for you to take that won't get screened
Jeez.
in drug tests. But they'll basically like tell you what you need to take or what you need. They'll give you what you need to do. And people are like, there are like pharmacists that can like alter drugs so they don't come up in tests. It's mad.
If you could take a drug that was performance enhancing, what would it be? Would it be stamina, strength?
Probably some sort of steroid, yeah.
So you'd just be super strong.
Just mass and strength, yeah. See how big I could get.
That'd be pretty cool.
What? Oh, that guy in the CrossFit. I can't remember what his name was. He got caught, didn't he?
The Australian guy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he on?
Big sad.
Tren.
Don't know.
I think he was on Psalms or something.
Really?
I think so.
Did you know that in the 2000 Paralympics, Team Spain had a basketball team, and 10 out of the 12 people who were in the team, it was under a classification of intellectual disability. This is like the category that they fell within. And it
The Paralympics, is it?
Paralympics, yeah. And it subsequently discovered that 10 out of the 12 players in the squad suffered from no mental deficiencies.
Wow.
How mad's that?
mad.
10 out of 12 players got caught out.
Mate, that's even scummier.
So
Yeah,
bad,
that's
isn't
really bad.
Yeah. Do you remember, I don't know if you see there was like a team photo of like a women's football team, and it was Israel or somewhere like that, and there was a few guys on the team wearing there's a few female football team. There's a few people on the female football team from Israel, and they were wearing hijabs, and they were definitely blokes. I think it got found out that they actually were, but that's pretty tragic too.
That's so funny.
So Dan, as you mentioned, Hannah's obviously been away, or she's away for a few weeks for work.
Yes.
What have you been up to? What's life been like? Just being you and little Stelsey boy.
It's been peaceful, although it's nice to know that friends are out there, because everyone's been not everyone, but a few people have been messaging me saying, oh, do you want to do something tonight and stuff? But majority of the time I'm like, no, actually, bun that. I just want to go home and play GTA like a real boy.
What have you been doing on GTA by yourself?
Do you know, actually last night on GTA, I joined a chat.
Did you really?
Yeah. So on Xbox, you've got like other chat rooms, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it says like they need 9 players and they've got 5 players.
Yeah.
So I saw the one and it was like, we need 12 players, but we've got 9. So I thought, oh, I'll join that, see what it is. And it's got like loads of little hashtags. Like there was one that was like women only, or
Really?
Civs v Cops and shit like this. And I thought, oh, I'll go to the Civs v Cops. So that sounds interesting.
Where are you seeing this?
So you press the middle X button on the controller.
Yeah.
Then you go to like where chats and stuff is. And then
Right.
you scroll down and it says chats. You click on that and it's got loads of different chat rooms for every single game. So like COD and GTA.
I didn't
Click
know
there.
this.
And then under there, there's loads of people listing different groups. And then what they do is they get 12 people in. And once they've got 12 people, they'll launch a game. You join the game and then you join their like little world.
Wow.
That's
So
why
I-
I do it
I didn't
then.
know that.
So I joined one called
Civs and cops.
Civs v Cops. Have no idea what that means. Work-
Civilian versus cops.
Worked it out, yeah. After
Right.
So I joined this chat room full of Americans, and they're all just talking about hooking up with girls and stuff like that. And I just stayed on mute because I was uncomfortable. and then so they're like, okay. And then the guy was like, there was a leader of it called FC, and he was like, okay, I'm going to go over the rules now. And he like lists off like all the rules about the game, that you're like, no mods on your cars, like no semi-automatic guns, and all these like little like such intricate details about like what you shouldn't do. And he was like, okay, we're going to split up the teams now. If anyone wants to be a cop, can you say now? And then like, I think it was like automating, but people must have been typing it or something. So it was like me. And it was like the same noise. And then we got into the game, and then I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. And they were talking about.
What were you?
I don't know because I was like so confused because
you were a civilian then.
I think they were looking at like another chat room or some shit, but because I was lost, I was in the game but I didn't know what I was doing. And then they were talking about like, oh, can we wear uniform? Can we be a dirty cop and all this stuff? And I'm like, what am I doing in this? Do I have to pretend to be a cop or am I actually a cop? Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
I was so lost. So I ended up just leaving. Do you know I didn't even leave the chat? I just closed my Xbox because I was like, I don't even know how to leave this chat. The only way out is I just turn it off.
Oh my God.
So I turned it off at the Xbox and pulled it out, pulled the plug out. Thought they'll never get tracing me that way.
Pulled the plug out. Are you serious, mate?
I thought they'll never find me now.
It was so intense that it glitched out your brain. And you rage quit Xbox.
I joined the game. When I was in the game, after he did the rules, we had to do a mic check as well. He was like, there was a guy in there called Cheeseburger, and he was like, yep. And then I was like, FC, yep. And he's like,
Dog boy.
And I was like, yo. And then I like turned my mic off. I was like, I'm uncomfortable as hell now. Joined the game. We're supposed to meet at a hangar. They're all like, yeah, we'll meet at the hangar. Everyone in the game suddenly knows what hangar is. I'm like, I have no idea where hangar is. So I'm on the map trying to work out where that is. Eventually found it, got to the map. They had all left by then. Fuck me, it was so confusing. I'd love to do it, but I have no idea what I'm doing. I also have no money in the game or guns.
You should do that tomorrow night.
I'm genuinely concerned about inviting you to a heist, mate, because we're not going to complete it.
Nah, we'll be fine, mate. We'll carry him.
Yeah,
we'll be fine.
I'll just tell me what to shoot and I'll shoot it. So then that was a massive flop. And then I thought, well, I'll turn the Xbox, I'll plug it, and then I'll go back on in a bit. Went back on, and I just kept getting destroyed by the same bloke, and it kept spawning me in the same spot. And he would literally have a sniper, and he'd just pick me out and just shoot me I lost. You know, it says in the bottom like your score. Yeah. I was 12-1 down. And I thought, I can't even be on this map anymore. It's pointless. I'd spawn near a helicopter, get in the helicopter, blow it up. The only way out, I thought, right, I'm going to try and kill this fucker now. So I spawned out near this big Chinook army helicopter, and I thought, well, I can't shoot him because he's too good at that. I can't run and hit him with a car because he was just pinging shots at me. So I got on this Chinook helicopter, did a big loop, and I just sent this Chinook to the ground in his direction. Completely missed him and blew myself up. So yeah, I was like, this is not for me. And then I tried playing Call of Duty, and I'm terrible at that too. So yeah, gaming is not the one. GTA
is the one that you have to play with other people. You have to play like you have to have a team of
4.
Yeah.
But Civs v Cops, do you know how that works? Like, what would I have had to do? What is the premise?
I imagine
of
a
this?
civilian. You have like an illegal mission, and then there's cops who will chase you and arrest you and stuff, and you have to like pull over or have a pursuit. And
but with the mission, then, did they make up like, oh, you must go to the east side and
it would be
steal
like
a bag?
I don't know. Have you done
that? I mean, on PC it's different because you can set up your own stuff, but on Xbox they would have had to been pretending.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
They were like, oh, do we have to wear uniforms? And I was like, fuck me, I don't even have a uniform. Techie. How do I get into this? Yeah, I just want to join a funny chat room. That's all.
Yeah. Well, when Joss returns to Xbox, then we'll be able to do it properly.
I'll be on tomorrow night.
All right.
Will you actually?
Cool.
Yeah, I promise you.
Okay, sick.
Cops v Civs, whatever that means. Or we just do heists.
No, we'll just do heists.
Yes.
But I played a heist. So the other day, there was no one else online. I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to play a heist because...
On your own?
Yeah. I just joined a random team. And similar to when Ben and I did a heist, we got the entire way through, but this one was a difficult one. It took us like a long time. We got right the way to the end, and then one of the guys died, and he kept fucking doing it. Like, we'd complete all of the stuff, and then he'd die on purpose so that we wouldn't complete it.
Why?
Because he's a bellend. And I was like, it genuinely, like, I was raging.
How would he die?
He'd just like drop a grenade at his feet and just blow up. Yeah. Just to waste time. And I was well annoyed. So I think
Did you rage quit as well?
Yeah, I was feeling. There's been so many times, especially with FIFA, where like, because if you lose at FIFA, it's 1-on-1. You're like playing against one other individual. It's personal. So if someone's mugging you off on FIFA, like, it genuinely ruins my day. So like, there's been multiple times where I come off FIFA and Karis like, "You're right." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Yeah. And she's like talking to me. She's like, "Are you in a bad mood?" I'm like, "No." "Why do you think I'm in a bad mood?" "I'm not even in a bad mood." She's like, "You're pissed, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Sorry.
Wow.
I've had some rage quits in my time, mate, but I don't want to talk about them.
One time, fun fact, sorry, I'm not one to break things. I'm not very aggressive as a person, I don't think. And there was one time that FIFA made me so unbelievably upset that I picked up my controller and threw it really, really hard at my bed because I knew that I can throw it at my bed, but the controller will be fine. Thought that my duvet was on my bed. Turns out it wasn't, and because I'm such a unit, I moved so fast that my brain didn't recognise that there wasn't a duvet on the bed. I threw it out, like with all of my might, threw it at the bed. It pinged off the bed. It pinged off the bed, ricocheted onto a wall. My controller, I shit you not, exploded. Like the whole thing went bang, and like there were pieces of controller all over my room. I was fuming because I just lost on Xbox, and now I was even more fuming because I had to buy a new controller. I couldn't do anything. I was sat there like on the verge of actual tears, like looking
Was it your
at my
only controller
detonated
as well?
controller.
Is your only controller? Oh, mate. You couldn't even turn the Xbox off.
No, I was sat there like a dickhead, like trying to piece together my controller.
Fucking hell, mate.
Oh man, what's the worst? Like, have you
Oh,
lost it once or
Yeah.
twice? Like, have you launched mice across the room? and stuff?
yeah.
Have you?
Just like,
Have you slammed the table?
yeah, I've like snapped keyboards in half. I've like screamed into a pillow. I've genuinely been so angry. You know, you're so angry as a kid, you just like scream on the spot. Like you can't get anger out of your body fast enough. I remember just like picking up a pillow and just like screaming into it, and then just like punching the wall, headbutting windows. Yeah, I've just been so angry. I just want to inflict pain on myself. I've been that angry.
Was that on World of Warcraft?
No, well, WoW didn't really make me rage that much. There was a game called Heroes of New Earth I used to play with Cow, and it was like Dota.
Right.
And the thing about Dota is it's such a team game. And if one of your players is shit, the other team will just if one of the 5 players is shit, the other team will just keep killing them and they'll get experience.
Right.
And it's called feeding. You'll feed the other team. And it doesn't matter how fucking good you are. If one of your players is a feeder and they constantly make the other team stronger, you can't win. So it's just so annoying. It's so frustrating. It's like having And anyway, me and Cal, we used to play, and every now and then you just get a feed on your teammate because they're fucking stupid, and you would just literally get so angry because you're committing so much time and effort to this game, and they keep dying. Yeah, I've literally pulled my keyboard out before and just gone on my leg like that and just snapped it.
Oh my god! But see, the thing is though, because I had it when I broke my controller. You're already angry because you've lost the game. But then it just makes you even more angry. And then once the anger's died down, it's just like, fuck's sake, now I've got to spend like 60 quid on a new fucking controller.
I'm pretty sure Tim punched through a monitor once.
Oh my god!
And it wasn't like the plasma ones, like it was the old school square ones with the square with like the
glass
round
front,
the round the glass. He just punched straight through it, yeah.
So he's just put his hand inside a computer.
Literally, yeah.
What the fuck?
The noise was incredible.
Joss, have you ever done anything like that?
Never, mate.
I was going to say, I bet you could keep perfect composure.
I haven't done it with the Xbox yet, but when Charlotte and I used to play on the PlayStation, we used to play Rocket League quite a bit.
Nice.
And Rocket League is the most infuriating game because I'm so shit at it, and we put so many hours into it, and I'm just so shit at it. So I'm just sat there fucking shaking, angry at myself.
Yeah.
But I've never launched a controller.
It's shit like that, I think, that makes you come off a game because it just
literally.
it makes you wild, mate.
It's
It
funny
literally
how-
makes you fucked.
It's like Red Mist, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like-
Different kind of
same.
anger.
It's mad though in a game that something like that can do it to, like, you know, that can happen.
The amount of mice I bought as well. You had it when you had that Bluetooth problem on your laptop with your
Oh,
mouse,
man,
and you used
yeah.
to just start slamming your mouse down at the desk. I've had that before. I've gone for the amount of gaming mice I've gone through, just slamming them, mate. Because all your anger's like, it's the fucking mouse that's done it. That's what it is. It's your fucking. And you just start
Take it
slamming.
out on the object.
Thing is, though, with your game, it's like a team game. So there's external factors that. So you know that even though as mad as you might get, it's external factors that you can't control. Whereas FIFA is 1-on-1, and
It's only your fault.
You just get
there are
outplayed.
players on FIFA that will mug you off, like next level mug you off, or they score, they watch the entire replay and then they pause it so you can't unpause it, and like just purposely do shit to
What?
piss you off. And this is what this guy did. So I was seething, like genuinely, like I was like shaking. I was so angry. It's like on purpose. And then
You've
like
been trolled then.
yeah, and like everyone that's played FIFA knows this because there's like I've done it to other people as well. Like there's been times where I've put 5 goals through someone and then press pause, and then 2 minutes later you get a fucking paragraph on your Xbox messages being like, "You're such a prick," all this stuff. But yeah,
I would love. Yeah, that's mad. We need to know if you've had a gaming rage.
I feel like every kid that grew up gaming has definitely had that.
I've turned the PC off. I've held the PC down for 5 seconds, just turned the whole machine off in just pure anger. I've just said, and I've also said things on TeamSpeak that I shouldn't have said, just in pure like horrible things.
I had an absolute shocker once on Rocket League. Actually, I got really angry, and I was typing so quickly on like the keyboard thing with the toggles, and this he was clearly like a little kid, and I don't know why I let him get to me. I'm not even joking. This is like a year ago. I said to him, I don't know if I actually want to put this in. I said, I bet you still get breastfed. And then, like an idiot,
On Rocket League.
yeah, on Rocket League, I left the door wide open. Sorry, Mum, you listen to this. And he said, yes, by your mum.
Did your mum hear it?
No. This is when we're living in the flat. But I mean, she listens to this podcast, so now she's going to hear that.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Going back to GTA, I think that in the nicest way possible, Dan is going to be the feeder. What you were saying earlier.
Well, I think Dan might die a few times on the heist, but it's not like he's going to give the NPCs an advantage.
No, but you have to. No, you get 2 lives.
I know. And, well, no, we don't get 2 lives. Dan gets 2 lives.
Yeah.
Dan can have both lives.
But how will I fail? Like, what? I'll just
if you die.
Yeah, but how
twice.
do you die? Get shot by someone?
Yeah.
I'm pretty quick. I'm a quick fire shooter.
But everyone is shooting at you.
I think it'll be fine, mate. The shit that's going to kill us is like, I don't think it's going to be people getting shot. It's going to be like fucking the mission where you ride on the motorbike up to the top of the mountain, and Dan then has to do a sky jump on the parachute, and he'll just fly into a tree.
Yeah.
He'll go into a tree, mate, and he'll do it 9 times in a row.
We have to do that, to be fair. We have to go to the top of the mountain in GTA and jump off it, because that's good fun.
I've tried parachuting already in the game. It's so hard.
We're so
It's
fucked.
not hard.
We are so fucked.
It's so
hard.
easy.
I do it. You can like on the map. It says, you can come and do a free skydive. I do that so many times. I score 0 every time.
Oh, no, to be fair, that is hard. That's hard. Skydiving in general is not.
Yeah, but I always die as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We'll find you a place.
Do you know this is a really old story. There was, back in World of Warcraft in like 2005, the game had been out for a year. It was really, really popular. And there was a guy, there was a guild leader on a guild on a random American server. And I think they died of cancer. And what they decided to do in the game, because he was like quite a famous player on the server, like a lot of people knew him, they decided to hold like an in-game funeral for this guy in like one of the high-level zones. And there's literally like so on WoW there's 2 like teams. There's Alliance and there's a Horde. And in these high-level zones, they can attack each other and they can kill each other basically. And so this funeral was held, and both like hundreds, if not thousands, of players from both the Alliance and the Horde had gone to this place where there was like a fake coffin, and people said this is the funeral place, right? And this other guild, they literally went there and they just killed everyone during the funeral.
Oh my god!
And there's a video. They released a video, and it's just like hardcore rock music of them just killing everyone at the funeral, and then people whispering like, "I can't believe that, you're so disrespectful." But it was really funny, and it made the video go viral. So yeah, wow. I remember watching it thinking like, "Fuck, that's so bad."
If you were part of that other guild, would you have gone in and killed everyone as well?
Yeah, you can't. It's a computer game.
It's mad how sensitive people get. Like when I was on literally on GTA yesterday, and like this guy was reading off the rules, and everyone was so like nerdy and neaky about, can we do this? Are you sure we can't do that? I'm like getting upset that they can't have modified cars and this shit. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's just a game.
Mate, you haven't seen.
And GTA is probably not that bad in comparison to like WoW or
GTA role playing.
It's called min-maxing.
What's
it's
that?
a terminology in the games where you there's the very, very, very minimum upgrade you can do to get to the maximum. So like it would be like a thing in GTA, right, where you think, if I spend 50,000 hours doing this mission, I'll get an upgraded armor kit, which means I have 10% more armor, right? It's like almost not worth doing, but it is an upgrade. That's called min-maxing, where you literally put days into the game to get a minuscule upgrade. That's called min-maxing, and that's like the culture in some hardcore. Well, with hardcore gaming, that's what it is.
Wow.
It's anti-casual.
What would you say is the most hardcore game? What's got the hardest, like the biggest, the most fucking passionate fan base of players?
It's got to be something like World of Warcraft, League of Legends.
Not WoW. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's WoW anymore. Hardest game would probably be something like Dark Souls. I'd probably say League of Legends.
Or have the most passionate of people playing.
Yeah.
Who like really devote themselves to
It's
the
got
game.
the biggest
Or
following.
Dota, to be fair.
Dota's got the biggest following, yeah. I think LoL has the biggest following by far.
Are these all like FPS?
No, these
It's
are
all
like
World of Warcraft.
five man versus 5 man. Right click to move your character. A bit like Diablo if you've played that.
It's like the most like honestly, my housemate used to play it all the time. He played Dota, and it's just like you could sit there and watch it for half an hour and have no fucking idea what's going on. It's so techie.
That's the game that I used to play with Cal that I used to get. It was it's the same game type but a different game, like COD to Battlefield, but it was just fucking infuriating.
Also, like the people that play pro are like they're like bots, mate. They're the kind of people that don't speak. They're just fucking unreal at the game.
There was a Twitch streamer we used to follow called Angry Testy, and he was like the best. The game was called Hon, and he was the best Hon player in the world. Like ex-pro, retired, just streams now, made hundreds of thousands of pounds from like prize money. And me and Cal paid like €15 each to play a few games with him, because you could do that. He'd like play with viewers as long as you paid. And we played a game with him, and I was just trying to have banter with him. I was like, I died, and I was like, oh no, I've died. Testy, you didn't help me. And he literally lost his shit at me. He started screaming me down the mic.
Really? Oh my God.
It was so awkward. And me and Cal were there on TeamSpeak like... Don't think we got our money back after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. Oh, what a day.
The good days, eh, mate? The good days. Well made you. Would you
Thanks.
say that?
Nah.
No?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Mate,
Okay.
you're part of it now. You're
Yeah.
part of the Xbox gang.
I am.
You gotta learn.
I'm getting
things.
pretty good. Everyone better watch out. Dog Boy's coming for you.
Well, that's convincing right there. I'm getting pretty good.
2059. Dog Boy 2059.
Why 2059?
I didn't know it was going to put a number on the end of it. I thought Dog Boy sounds like a good name. Went through. It added 2059. I thought, cool. Okay. Someone else must be called Dog Boy.
Dog boy.
There's 2058 other dog boys.
Yeah. Shit.
Your face.
All right. And on that bombshell, anything else for you to say? Thanks everyone for listening. Make sure you subscribe down below, or like or follow, wherever it is.
Comment down below what your gamer tag is, and we'll invite you in and invite you to the heists.
And make sure you let us know your favourite gaming rage that you've had.
Yes, sir.
Over to you, Joss.
Thank you very much for listening. As Dan said, make sure you subscribe, follow all of us on all the platforms. Leave a review as well on the podcast if you're listening on the streaming platforms, because it helps us out a lot. So, yes, thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.